Welcome back to the Forensics Detailing channel. Autoglym, the UK's largest detailing manufacturer, product provider, have released a new product called Autoglym Reflow. This product has been developed to remove the etching that is left behind from bird poo. Now, contrary to popular belief, most people, including myself, are under the impression that the etching that's left behind on your car paintwork was somehow caused by acid or alkaline or the nature of the bird feces eating away at your clear coat, and that the only way to fix that would be to buff on it to kind of level down the clear coat to the lowest point of the etching. What Autoglym are saying with this product is that's not actually what happens. What they are saying is more a case of, and I'm paraphrasing here, so correct me if I've got it wrong, imagine a bathtub full of jelly, and that jelly is the surface of your clear coat. If you put like a brick on top of that jelly, a hot brick let's say, it will slowly imprint itself into that tub of jelly to the point where you could pull out the brick and you'd be left with like a little perfect moulding of brick in your bathtub full of jelly. Bear with me. Now, effectively, if you wanted to remove that brick mark, that brick cube of missing jelly, you could scrape away all of the brick jelly and re-level it so it's gone, which is polishing, which is what polishing does. What this product attempts to do is to heat up the jelly, so to speak, so it melts and then forms a flat surface again, reforms like liquid jelly. And that apparently is what happens to clear coat. Now, so in this reflow pack, you get 5 individual treatments. So what you use the treatment once, it's a one-shot thing. Once you've used it, it's gone. And what this product does, you add water to it, you stick it down effectively on top of the etching mark, you follow the instructions, and it heats up the paintwork and reforms, softens the clear coat back down so it reforms to a flat layer and the etching disappears. So one very important thing is this is designed for clear coat treatments, and the other thing is that it's recommended for clear coated cars that are no older than 3 years old, and also on the packet it says professional use only. So that's some of the important things that need to get captured in the review, but there's a whole load of frequently asked questions and I'll put a link to those in the description. Read those before you ask me, or I'm going to be fielding the same questions hundreds of times. Let's get on to the testing and whether or not this product worked or failed. So in this particular video, guys, we're testing the products on a Volkswagen Golf that is 2 years old, so it fits our criteria and has some really nasty bird poo etching on it. And we're also testing it on a test panel made of mild steel with automotive spec'd clear coat on it that has not been laid down longer than 3 years ago, and it has 4 simulated etchings on it.
Place on the paintwork defect for 30 minutes. The pack will heat the surface, allowing paintwork to reflow and fill imperfections. Highly effective on paintwork 3 years old or less. If paintwork is aged, results may vary. For use on vehicles with clear coat only. And it says it's safe on painted plastic parts with clear coat, but not suitable for any other surfaces than paintwork. Do not use on matte or cellulose paint or wraps. Refer to full instructions inside before use. It's got like a sealable pack there, quite nice. So those must be the full instructions there.
Perfect.
And then you've got five of these packs. These are like those camping boil in the bag packs.
We'll make a pot noodle. Yeah. So there's that bit there. Yeah. These hard bits, that's the thing, isn't it? Yeah. So those 4 pieces are the things that are going to get really hot. Okay, so we'll roll. So step 1, tear off the top of the pack as instructed. Make sure you're in shot. Yeah?
Yeah.
Step 2, add 40 millilitres of water to the water fill line.
Oh, hold on, I've got to put this rubbish away or it'll blow away.
Come across a little bit. That's it. we've got exactly, it says do not overfill, but we've got exactly 40 mil in there.
Yeah, well, not quite there, but then the pack.
Yeah, the pack size, that's, if you open it up, it's bigger, isn't it?
Yeah, there we go. That's up to the line.
God, we're not even, that's not 40 mil, that's 30 mil.
There you go, and that's with the pack for the
Alright, so it does not say go over the line, so we won't go over the line. Fold over the top of the pack twice.
Yeah.
Got it? Seal, remove the peelable sticker from the vent hole and reuse it to secure the fold. Done.
Yeah.
Vent hole will release steam.
Not yet, it hasn't.
Holding the pack horizontally, massage the heat pack firmly. Come up a little bit. That's it. Massage it to get all the water into those reactor bits. It will start heating up. Do it for 10 seconds with your thumbs to ensure the heat pads are saturated. They're wet, basically.
Got a bit of water leaking out of there.
That's okay, yeah, as long as they get wet, I think.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty wet to me.
Are they heating up yet?
No, not yet.
Do not hold for too long as it starts to get hot.
Oh yeah, it's heating up now.
Up, is it? Keep it going. Oh, there we go. It's starting to smoke now. There we go. Right, 6A. Holding the pack, quickly place it over the affected area of the vent hole away from the paintwork.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Using the supplied adhesive, stick it down.
In my pocket.
Love this.
Set fire to the cardle.
It looks like we're torching it.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Oh, it stinks. I'll go around the other side and do another one.
So that, we followed the instructions perfectly now. Right, that's horizontal. Now we've got to leave it for 30 minutes. You got the time?
Yeah, it's just gone 1:30.
1:30, so 1:30 what?
1:30.
1:30, so at 2 o'clock we remove it and put it in the bin and then we wait 10 minutes. Okay, I love this. Right.
Quite easy to use.
Pretty easy, isn't it? Now, first time it's always hard as well. Second time you wouldn't need the instructions. Basically, you just put it in, massage it around, and away you go. What do they say about? Oh, sorry. What do they say about vertical panels?
Oh yeah.
We'll try that afterwards, Jim.
Yeah.
So
Let's
that bit's
try
different.
English. Leave the pack on the flat surface, e.g. bonnet, for 60 seconds and quickly place it over affected area with the vent hole away from the paintwork and the heating pad over the defect. Oh, so you have to leave it for a minute flat, then you have to move it onto the
So basically just set it down flat and then move it and have that pouch at the top so it doesn't all run out, I suppose.
Yeah. Do you think that's stuck down enough at the bottom there?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, the weight of it's going to be sitting down.
Yeah. Where's you got? That actually looks like it's done something.
Does it really?
Yeah. It's quite
surprising.
Yeah, I think that's gone, you know. To my untrained eye, that's gone.
That's worked.
Yeah.
Holy crap. That's actually got rid of the chemical etching as well. Yeah. So that is where it should be.
Yeah.
Well, let's get... I'm going to put this into manual. That's tense off, hold on. Right, you want, there, that is focused on the clear coat so you can see all of the pattern. That has completely, just, where's the middle? There is the exact middle, right there. Look. Oh God. Right. So there is the exact middle. Can you just put your finger where the middle is, Liz?
There.
No.
There.
That's it. Hold your finger there. Okay, take your finger away. Right, and then focus. And then focus. That has absolutely, totally removed that bird etching. It's gone. Lewis,
Hello.
how impressed are you?
I'm quite surprised it's actually worked.
We didn't think it would get rid of it completely, did we?
No, I thought we'd still be able to see some of it, but actually it's done.
It's completely
done a
gone.
really good job.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going again, and this was a nasty one. It looks a bit like chemical etching, but it isn't. This is bird poo because the owner saw it there and it was covered in a massive poo, and it was left on there for a long time. So it's a big one. It's quite noticeable, but it's not a deep one. So I just want to show you where it is. I think, going by the first results, we've got a chance of getting this all out. I think we need to make sure the pad is pressed up on the top bit and the bottom bit when we secure it down. So we might want to have this open a little bit. And I hope you can see that's a lot of damage to a car. I hope it'll be great if this fixes it. Okay, so we're doing a vertical surface now.
Yep, so the instructions for vertical are, it says leave the pack on flat surface, e.g. a bonnet, for 60 seconds, then quickly place it over the affected area with the vent hole away from the paintwork and the heating pad over the defect. Use the supplied adhesive tabs to secure the top and bottom of the pack to the paintwork. So pretty straightforward.
Same as last time, but give it a bit of horizontal time before we whack it down. Okay, let's go. You've got the right amount of water.
Yep.
You get a bit longer. I thought it was going to heat up really quickly, but I think you get longer than 10 seconds,
Yeah,
don't you?
you do.
If you put too much in, it's going to, when you go horizontal, it might come out the hole. So you want to kind of, they're right about that limit, aren't they?
Yeah.
So keep going.
There we go.
It's good.
Cheers. Got a bit of tab off there.
Right, so now you're going to massage it.
Yeah, get that pad nice and wet.
That's just getting all of those little charcoal bits wet, which is pretty good. And then when it gets hot, you're going to put it down flat.
Yeah, so I'm going to leave it up there for a minute. So
Right,
there you go,
start
it's
smoking.
steaming now. We just need some tabs,
Oh.
don't we?
Yeah, and I think it's important we secure it so we get a bit of pressure on that top piece.
Yeah.
Right, so we want to get it, I think. Oi, yay. There, like that. That's it. We want all of that pad. Can you get me a couple more tabs?
Yeah.
So I want the charcoal pad. I want to make sure that charcoal pad is on all of this.
Where do you want the tabs?
That's it.
And then one there.
Yep.
Cool.
Close that. Wondering almost if it. Oh,
Yeah,
be
don't touch
careful.
that.
Be careful. It's sitting up a bit. I want it. Look, there's a gap.
Oh yeah.
So I want to put something on it.
You need. Well, there you go. That's sort of stuck down there now.
Maybe-
Whether or not that lifts
How can
again,
you, I'll tell you what I want. A towel.
or another tab.
Yeah. It's better. On that clear coat. It's warming up quickly,
Yeah.
that is. But it's on there, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's making contact now. Right, it's about as good as we can get.
But the only problem there is we've used what, 4 tabs to stick that down, and there's only 10 in the pack.
Yeah, they could do more tabs.
I think you need double the amount of tabs for this job.
Yeah, I'll put that in there. Right, do you want to take this off then?
Yeah, sure. Are you recording? Or?
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. Right, let's have a look. See if it's worked on this one. Oh, left a bit of sticker residue there, but that'll come off. Oh, it's wet. Oh, no, it's not worked there.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's not done the job. I wonder if that's to do with pressure and weight.
Yeah. I mean, it's warm.
We got it. Yeah, I mean, we got it flat on there as best we could. It does say to wait 10 minutes, doesn't it? So we'll come back and just make sure in 10 minutes time that we'll just let it cool down. Okay. Is it recording? You got a good frame there?
Yeah, it's recording. Yeah, you can just about see the stain as well. So is this recommended by Autoglym to polish it if it doesn't work?
Yeah, I think so. Should probably put a bit of tape over there. They're going to think I've put this polishing. Just want to declare on camera that this is not me.
I can tell you guys that was there when we brought the car, okay? That is from Volkswagen.
That'll do. The problem is that machine polishing is getting focus. Just make sure. Yes, I think you really, the weight of it's going to push it down to the panel. So what's the time, Lou?
It is 2:45.
2:45. So what we do is take this one. Right, I'm going to say, in manual focus, that these are 99% gone. If you can just bring the light over to a little bit. See around here, back a little bit, Lou, and up a little bit. Let me just direct you. That's it. So it's almost like a water spot. That isn't etching, but this is where it was. So I'm going to say that's 99% removed, and when you polish this bit up, whatever that water spot is should come out. I'm reasonably happy with this. But then over here, this is where it was. No, it wasn't. It was here. That's done even better. There's some remnants of something left, but again, when you buff this up and put wax on it or a bit of polish, I think that will go to. I mean, I'm going to declare that a success, because if we go back, this is what they looked like before. Okay, so you can see them really obviously. Okay guys, the results. We have used 4 of the 5 treatments that you get within this pack, so I have 1 left to test again at a later date. What were the results? Test 1, we tested this on bird poo etching on the roof of the Volkswagen Golf. It was a nasty bird poo etching. We followed the instructions to the letter, took the patch off, and the bird poo etching is 100% removed, even in correct light, and I'll show you the results and film it. So test 1, complete success, and at that point, pretty impressed with the product. Test 2, a vertical panel where there was a huge bird poo etching, and it was a bird poo etching. Lewis actually saw the mess on the car that created that etching. It's so huge it almost looks like a bit of chemical etching. It's not, it's bird poo etching. We followed the instructions again to the letter, and there's slightly different instructions when you use this on vertical panels, but unfortunately the product failed to remove the bird poo etching. In fact, it failed to even significantly improve it, and I will show you the results. The third test, we used the patch on this test panel inside the garage, horizontal, and we had the patch stretching over 2 of the marks, so it was able to cover 2 of the marks. And that third test was a success. The product removed the bird poo etching, but there was just some slight marks that were left behind that were very hard to see and would probably disappear if you just gave the little, you know, this panel a little light buff, that almost looked like an impression or a pillow mark almost. Maybe it was the product sitting on top of it that's left that little indentation. Almost looked like a sort of water spot that was a square one. So it definitely come from the process of trying to move it. But the third test we are declaring a pass because the bird poo etching has definitely been removed. On to the fourth test, we put the test panel vertical and followed the instructions. Just on one this time, it was too much of a stretch to try and get both. Stuck it down, followed the instructions, and again we're going to declare the fourth test on the vertical test panel a success because the etching was removed, but it was only about a 90 to 95% success. And again, you could see that strange mark that looked a bit like a watermark that definitely wasn't the original etching. So it removed something and put something a lot milder in its place that you could probably just buff off with a bit of super resin polish or something like that. Okay, that is the exact results. Okay guys, I'm going to finish this video with the negatives and the positives. The first negative, this product can be mimicked. This product essentially is raising the temperature of clear coat. It's holding that temperature there for a set amount of time that's adequate for this clear coat to reform and for the etching to go out. But you can mimic that with a heat gun and control the temperature with a temperature monitor that I'll overlay one. Most professional detailers will have a heat gun and have a temperature gauge, so the product can be mimicked for free. Yes, there are risks with attempting to do it with a heat gun, over raising the temperature if you don't know what you're doing, but let's keep it simple. It can be mimicked, this product. The next negative is results are not guaranteed. From this simple test, we have a 75% pass rate. 3 passes, 1 instance of a failure on a vertical panel. So quite simply, we didn't get guaranteed results using this. Reading the Autoglym instructions, they do talk about this. They do also say if you don't get the or if you don't get the results you want on that bird poo marring, you can polish it with super resin polish on a buffer and take it out that way. And that's what I did, and it worked. But as I'm sitting there polishing it with super resin polish and it takes the mark out, I'm suddenly thinking, is the little mini polisher and super resin polish just a better solution? Well, it has to remove clear coat, doesn't it, in abrasive effectively to give you those results. So it's not as ideal a solution, but it's a lot quicker to actually buff them out than it was to wait sort of half an hour and then 10 minutes afterwards with this particular product. So there we go. Results not guaranteed. That's that negative. The next negative, guys, and this hit me as something that is a big problem, and it's those 3 words: professional use only. Because professionals are fluent in removing bird poo etching with 0 cost to them already, whether it's by compounding, polishing, or heating the paintwork up. They can do it for free. The thing is, the market for this are the guys at home that can't do it for free. 99% of people at home do not have a machine polisher, would not be proficient in heating up paintwork with a heat gun, because if you can burn your paintwork with one of those. So the market for this, going into my Dragon's Den Duncan Ballantyne mode, I ain't going to invest in you, I'm out. The market for it is the guys at home, where it's marketed for professionals. That's the wrong way round. Are you allowed to just go and buy this as a non-professional? Well, I think so. I can see it on the Autoglym site, but they've made a point of saying professional only. Why? Is there risks with it? Can it go wrong? Well, I can't see how. You can burn your fingers, but can you damage your paintwork? Why is it professional only? Because this product needs to be aimed at the consumer market, in my opinion. So I'm interested in that. There are environmental restrictions on this, because this product is raising the clear coat and trying to get it to a set temperature kind of and holding it there. It advises on the instructions, again, not to use it below 10 degrees because the clear coat's going to be cold, the environment's going to be cold, and it's probably not going to be able to raise the clear coat temperature up. In England, you're lower than 10 degrees for quite a large part of the year, you know, all through one season in winter a lot of the time. So does that mean for most people, you know, looking to use this, they might not be able to use it for a big chunk of the year unless they've got a workshop or something like that. So that's a consideration as well. Another negative is it takes end-to-end start to finish time is 40 minutes of processing, 30 minutes of raising the temperature, 10 minutes of leaving it. It's quite a long time for a professional. You could buff it out a lot quicker than that, so it's not a quick process. One other negative is it comes with, I believe, if I've got this wrong, my apologies, but it comes with 10 sticky tabs, and myself and Lewis, who's helping me, we believe that it would be beneficial if it comes with 20. When you put it on a vertical panel, you're better off putting 4 tabs on, we think, because it pins it to the panel a little bit better. 2's not quite enough. So we've had to reuse some tabs. We would like Autoglym to double the amount of tabs. That is the negatives, guys. The next thing are the positives. The first one, there is no competition to this type of product. Although I said it can be mimicked. It can be mimicked through a manual, risky process. There is no other product, as far as I know, like this that controls all the variables that you can go and buy, apply, follow the instructions, and it takes out bird poo marring. So it's a unique thing. It's a piece of innovation. You've heard me say on the channel, if a company innovates, I love that, even if it's a product that I might not end up buying. It's very hard to innovate in the detailing industry, and there's very few companies which do innovate. So you know, that deserves to be rewarded. Next thing, the product has worked as claimed on our first hit on a horizontal thing. So it obviously works, but there are some considerations, but this is supposed to be the positive. So let's just keep it positive. It's worked on 75% of the etching marks that we've tried to remove. So that's great. The next thing is we think it's relatively safe to use because the product controls the variables and it can never overheat the paintwork to the point where the product itself can damage the clear coat. You know, so it's a good process, in other words. The next positive is that this process is not removing material on your car to fix it. So you're actually fixing this the intelligent way by reforming the clear coat rather than removing it. If you're removing clear coat to fix deep bird poo etching, so say you call a detailer up, he comes to your house, you've got a big bird poo etching on, he might not want to mess around, so he might get his machine polisher out and use a very heavy compound, so he's not there for too long, you know, cut deep, in other words, on the paintwork, and that might be fine, but 3 or 4 years down the line when you go and have your car buffed, you've got a low spot on your car. So it's not a major problem, but it's a positive. I've thought of lots of negatives, so I've got to think of all the positives as well, that this is the correct way to attempt to fix the problem first. That's it on positives, guys, and now I'm going to go to an overall conclusion on the Autoglym Reflow product. I don't think this product is going to completely ever remove people buffing away bird poo etching, because as we found in this video, the product that I couldn't remove with the Reflow, I was able to remove with my mini polisher and the Autoglym Super Resin Polish, which is a pretty handy product at actually getting rid of light bird poo etching or marring in its own right with a little mini polisher. So there you go, guys. It's been a 75% success, and I hope you enjoy the review. Let me know in the comments what you think of this. It's important for me to say, as always, when someone sends me something or I buy something, because that can create a bias, that Autoglym have sent me this product and this test panel because I didn't know I'd had access to a car. So big thank you to them, but the purpose of this video is to test it properly and give you the results, and then you can make your own mind up. So that's what we've done. Thanks for watching. Do not forget to subscribe, and if you like this sort of content, join me on the Patreon page, guys, which you've heard me talk about, where you can enter monthly competitions, ask me questions, get advanced viewing on videos and all those sorts of things that you find, and just join a private community where it's a safe place to talk about detailing. So I shall see you soon, guys. Sign up to the Forensics Detailing channel. Take care, and bye for now.
Holding on to what I knew, but the moment's gone. Where was I?